Hi, my name is Ryan Handel, co-founder and CEO of FIXE. We started FIXE about 6 years ago because I own restaurants in Los Angeles. I was sick of all the crappy bookkeeping and accounting that I was getting. Thought there was a better, more streamlined way of attacking this. So what I want to talk about today is the newest version of QuickBooks, or Intuit Enterprise Suite. So what is Enterprise Suite? What is it good for? When should I start using it? Who knows about this? All of these questions. So we're exclusive to QuickBooks, right? There's different levels of QuickBooks. There's Essentials, there's Plus, and there's Advanced. But they've recently come out with a new one called Intuit Enterprise Suite. And what does that do? Well, Enterprise Suite is QuickBooks' answer, I should say Intuit's answer to NetSuite or to Sage or to other ERPs that people think they need to graduate to from QuickBooks Online. My belief is that people can stay on QuickBooks for a long time. And with restaurants specifically, you can get up to 30, 40, 50 locations, maybe even more. And especially with this new Enterprise Suite offering, you can grow even larger than that. In fact, at FIXE, we actually have clients as high as 30 to 40 locations, all on QuickBooks Online. So what does Enterprise Suite do? What is it good for? Basically takes individual QuickBooks files and it kind of consolidates them into a parent company. So if you have actual QuickBooks files, it's multiple entities, you have multiple restaurants, you've got different owners in each restaurant, and you got to have separate QuickBooks files, well, you could roll them all up into what they call a parent company. That becomes your Intuit Enterprise Suite. So the parent company now has access to the sibling, the companies underneath it, and you can now get aggregate reporting, multi-entity reporting, which actually FIXE provides on its own dashboard as well. And in addition, you could do a lot of intercompany transactions. And to be honest, Intuit is heavily invested in this product. So all of the new bells and whistles that Intuit is releasing with regards to its agentic AI, its financial agents, its accounting agents, and all of that, it's all going to come out on Enterprise Suite to start, and then it'll trickle down possibly to the other subscription models. So if you're a restaurant group that does a lot of intercompany transactions, right? And you know who you are. You're constantly shuffling money around, or you're transferring liquor from one entity to the other, and you need a more streamlined way of doing this. You know, there's softwares that help with it, but ultimately, if you're a growing concept and you have a CFO and you really need to get down and have, you know, consistent consolidated reporting with balance sheets and cash flows, and you do a lot of ins and outs and charges from the parent company, then Enterprise Suite is a good solution. Usually, I would say you have to have at least 3, maybe 4 entities with a significant amount of intercompany in order for it to make sense. But it is a really good option for those growing restaurants that think they need to graduate outside of QuickBooks, and the truth is they could stay right within them. Ultimately, Intuit's one of the largest companies in America. They're putting a tremendous amount of money into this software. They don't want to see you leave their ecosystem. There's no need for you to leave their ecosystem, and don't be silly to think that they're not going to continue to fund money into this to make this the best possible product. We're using it for a handful of clients as well. We're converting a lot of our restaurant groups over to it, and if you're working with a bookkeeper or an accountant who has no idea what this is and they think it's too expensive, or they don't have the right relationship to make that happen, then you should be reaching out to someone else like us that knows how to manage this specific to restaurants. I hope this was helpful for you. It's something that I'm very passionate about with what Intuit is doing for our industry and the restaurant industry. If you think we're full of crap, you think it can't do some of the functions that you need it to do, please leave all the comments that you want, because I probably have answers to every single one of them. Hopefully we can talk soon. Click subscribe. We'll see you in our next video. Thanks again.